Warning: Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Crackers, 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 crackers. You know, you can't trust these crackers.
What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can bop, 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 beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. And with that being said, family, it's been a hell of a few days. You know, really, it's been a hell of a year. If you look at the year that FBA has been having, it's been one hell of a year. But the past few days, it's been very interesting to see, to say the least. To say the very least, it's been very interesting. And you know what we're here to talk about today, family. You know what we're here to talk about. We got to talk about it because, you know, it has to be addressed. We're here to talk about the Nabisco who thought that he could just go up on, or they could just go up on the HBCU campus, and they fucked around and found out, for better lack of a word. And not only did they FAFO, but they tried to victimize themselves while doing so. And I ain't really work out for them. That ain't work out for them at all. But we're going to talk about it, family. We got to talk about it. Before we do, though, got to give love to the people in the chat, all the family. Much love, shalom, and a B1 salute to our sister Aquarius Minded. Thank you for being here. Our brother DSA1 is in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Our brother Antithesis is in the building. Much love to you. Shout out to Georgia. Classy K is in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Our brother Reparations Nation and Jesse Paris is in the building. Shalom to the both of you. Thank you both for being here. Our sister Andrea Jones is in the building. Much love to you, my sister. Thank you for being here. Our sister Tasting Teas with Tony is in the building. Thank you for being here as well. Our sister Hurricane Nisi in the building. Much love to you, my sister. Thank you for being here. Quasi Black Star is in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Our brother Damon Reeves is in the building. Shalom to you, as well as shalom to our brother Hebrew Native. Much love to the both of you. Thank you for being here. Sweet Jean is in the building. Much love to you, and thank you for being here. Now, with that being said, much love to all of you, and much love to everybody who's not in the chat. Also to everybody that's going to catch this in the replay, gang. GG's. Let's go. Now, let's start off with the clip that went viral, the clip that actually brought this to my attention. Let's start off here.
MAGA supporters invaded our HBCU.
What is going on over here? You called the East primitive for what? We created y'all knowledge. We created y'all science. We created y'all math. Y'all didn't do shit besides steal. Y'all didn't do anything to your. You guys didn't make shit. You guys touch children. You guys fuck.
Showing them the door.
We walking them to the door, y'all. I don't even know how they got on campus. We gonna figure that out, but I don't know. They need to get like a trespass, like penalty or something because
Sending them off.
Tell him it's that boy. He thought he was gonna come up like Charlie.
yes, 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 yes. Say good job, TSU.
Good job.
MAGA supporters.
All right. Here's another angle.
threw a drink up top.
Oh my gosh, they threw a drink up top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Did somebody just throw something in our car?
Arrest. They just tried to hit the car. Stop hitting the car. Whoa! That was loud.
All right. Shout out to our brother Antithesis in the building. Thank you for your super chat, family. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, my brother. Shout out to those young brothers and sisters standing on business and running the Nabisco out the paint. Leave us the F alone. And yes, my brother, that is going to be the theme of today. People, they just ain't understanding. This is not. Let me be very clear. Charlie Kirk was not stupid enough to go to a HBCU campus and speak that anti-black nonsensical rhetorics. Every college that Charlie Kirk or Chucky Kirk ever went to were all PWIs. So the liberals on the PWI campuses are not like black foundational black American kids. Well, young adults. As you can see in the first clip, the young brother just started listing off everything. How you going to say we're low? We have low thinking power. We created the sciences. We created your language. We taught you how to wash. He was just going off. My point is this. You thought that you can take it up a notch, but you just showed the main reason why Chucky Kirk and the rest of the Turning Point USA scumbags has never touched a HBCU campus. And if they did, they were highly protected. These folks thought that they were just going to slide on in and do some I'm white, not say so, and set up and tell their anti-black or spew their anti-black talking points. That's a more appropriate way to say that. And they messed around and found out that, yeah, not so much. Not so much. Here's another angle.
I love my HBCU! Yeah! Woo! I hope y'all have a blessed day!
And they say we're violent. We escorted them off the campus nice. We did it in a nice way. And the sister at the end even say, may God bless you. But we're demonic. We're so evil, right? I thought y'all believed in Christ. I thought y'all was Christians. Here's another angle. I love that question that the person put up in that clip there in real time. Now, why would y'all try that at TSU? And I'm going to be honest with you. Whether Tennessee State University or Texas Southern University, yes, it wasn't really a smart idea to go up there. It's not really a smart idea to go to any TSU coming with that nonsense, especially at the one I'm at. Because trust me, if I'm sitting here going to war with the freaking administration of the college for all those goddamn multi-purpose, multicultural flags that's being flown over there, oh, you don't think that I will get my hands dirty for an anti-black racist white supremacist bigot who is trespassing on school property? Oh, yeah. See, I don't even know if the officers would have got there in time. I would have been dragging that table right off the campus. You guys aren't supposed to be here. And I would have been in the right. And I wouldn't have been violent about it. No. I'd have just took their table from them and dragged it on out and threw it outside of the gates. I would have went back if they were still there, took their signs and all their stuff, tossed it out the gate. That's just me personally. But shout out to the young brothers and sisters who are out here representing, standing on business. Shalom and a B1 salute to RBJ and our brother Black Truth United in the building. Much love to you both. Oh, he's footing it pretty quick, ain't he? He's trying to get his ass up out of there. Up out of there. Look how quickly he's moving them legs. Oh, he want to throw up the peace sign like he's not worried. Oh, you was absolutely worried. Look how fast the legs are moving.
It's been a little while. They're calling us stupid, but they wouldn't even talk to us on the mic. It's so funny. They wouldn't talk to us.
Because we don't give our energy and time to a bunch of nonsensical idiots. And shout out to the brothers and sisters who understood the assignment on that. Oh, they wouldn't even talk to us on the microphones. Why would we? Why would we? And you're trespassing. You came here to antagonize, and that's all you're doing. You're not here to debate. If you were here to debate, you would have went through the proper channels. If you was here to debate, we could have set it up through the student union. As a person who knows the channels, you could have went to the student affairs department to set up an actual debate. You know, where there's a podium on one side, a podium on the other. We got somebody to mediate. That's a debate. There's timers. You didn't go there to debate. You went there trying to rage bait and got pushed off the block. Let's be very clear about that. Because I'm sick of all this debate crap. You want to debate? Do it in the way that the debate teams at the colleges actually do it. Not sitting on some grassy knoll somewhere with a microphone interrupting every and anybody who comes with great points, who comes with the actual facts. That's not debating. Let's be very clear about that. Salute to my brother, Black Truth United. Thank you for your Cash App donation, family. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate you as always, family. As well as salute and shalom to Classy K. Much love to you, family. Yeah, I'm over the whole, oh, I just wanted to debate talking point. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You're a coward because you're not even here to say what you're really here to do. You're too scared to even address what you're really here for. That's a coward to me.
They wouldn't talk to us. Now they yell at us and they just think they're right. What are they even teaching at Tennessee State? This place kind of is just amazing. Wow, these people are not educated very well. All they know is attack, steal.
Notice how he tried to go into his little talking points right there. All they know is attack, steal, and I'm pretty sure the next word out of his mouth is going to be kill.
Hold up. Apparently, the screwdriver brain today, so. You know,
just to let y'all know, family, that's not the video messing up. That's the actual clip in itself for some reason freezing because the time is still going as it plays.
To stab us, which is not good. So we're risking our lives.
This man just lied and said somebody was trying to stab them with a screwdriver. This man just lied and said somebody was walking around with a screwdriver and he tried to stab them. So they're risking their lives. Well, family, you took the initiative to go somewhere where you probably shouldn't have been going in the first damn place. Well, not probably. You shouldn't have been going. You instigated the situation and now you just don't like the way the reaction is. Hey, sounds like a you problem to me. It sounds pretty damn good in the background, though. Salute to Snatch Adams. Thank you for being here, family.
Sorry, honestly, what the heck? Wow. And they're just following us still. Wow.
All right. That's that. Now, family, there's been a lot of discourse about this situation, a lot of back and forth. You know, some people talking about, why would you go there and, you know, in good faith and get attacked? First of all, none of these people were there in good faith. Good faith means that they would have set it up as an event. They would have went through the proper channels. And then the school police wouldn't be escorting them off the premises. So no, they didn't go there in good faith whatsoever. Shalom in the B1. Salute to I am Kiera and Sybil in the building. Much love to the both of you. This is the type of stuff that people has been putting out since. This dude, David Kayat, medium income for Tennessee State University, graduate 6 years post-education or post-graduation is $34,160 per U.S. News and World Report. And then he puts this up. Tennessee State University is a public institution that was founded in 1912. In the 2026 edition of the best colleges, Tennessee State University is ranked at number 395-434 in national universities. It's also ranked number 166 in top performers of social mobility. It has a total undergrad enrollment of 5,057 for fall 2024. Its settings is urban, and the campus size is 500. 500 acres, ain't that some stuff? The student facility ratio at Tennessee State University is 11-1. And it utilized a semester-based academic calendar. The school's in-state tuition and fees are $8,000 $616. Out-of-state tuition and fees are $22,416. 78% of first-year students receive need-based financial aid, and the average net price for federal student loans or federal loans recipients is $11,643. The 4-year graduation rate is 22%. 6 years after graduation, the median salary for graduates is $34,000. Okay. Shout out to Elon Musk. Feel free to continue your degenerate and mayo lies, but we know the truth. Protect your neck. Wu-Tang. And this is the statement put up by TSU. Today, a group of individuals unaffiliated with Tennessee State University appeared on campus without prior notice, but it wasn't proper either. In accordance with university policies, any demonstration or protest activity requires advance approval and permitting. Campus police and staff responded promptly, and the individuals were escorted from university grounds without incident. At all times, TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner. I agree. From the videos we just saw, I 100% agree. The safety and well-being of our students, facilities, and staff remain our highest priority, as it should be, especially after a bunch of people called in hate threats to these colleges, to HBCUs, all over a Nabisco taking out another Nabisco who didn't protect his neck. TSU will continue to uphold university policies and ensure that the campus remains a safe, welcoming, and orderly environment for all members of our community. That was a great public notice. I'm forgetting what it's called. Statement from the college. Let's just put it like that. It was a great statement from the college. It was very straight to the point, and they defended the students for doing what they did. Now that's a good thing. Because who wants to be at a college that allows anti-black rhetoric and the people who push them onto the campus to spew that at your black students? No. Take that back over there to the PWI where you were safe at. You're not safe on these sides. This is why they don't come to the hood talking all that nonsense that they talk when they're in front of their people, when they're in front of the cameras. You gotta protect your neck. Yeah, absolutely. This is where the turtleneck came from. And I'm pretty sure they're trying to come up with a bulletproof one. Just saying. But there's a few coons out here trying to do the coon thing. You know, somebody, and I came up with a new term today that I'm going to be calling these people, male or female. And I want you all to know what it is here today. My new term for these people are political pick-mes. Whether they are a male, whether they are female. Everybody who is caping for a party in order to get anything, a pat on the head, a cushy position, or anything. Oh yeah, you're a political pick-me. Oh yeah, that's another good one. Shout out to Tay the Man. Thank you for being here, my brother. Political thoughts. That's a good one. And I'm going to start doing some, video drops. Just, giving out the political pick-me awards. Because there's a lot of political pick-mes out there. Now let's get to one of them, shall we?
So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that any of them know that Trump announced that he was giving $500 million to HBCUs? You think any of them?
What?
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
What the hell does the president of the United States have to do with this situation? What the hell does Donald Trump giving HBCUs 500 million, whatever? What does that have to do with these students protecting their campus, protecting their space, getting trespassers off of their school grounds where they pay a tuition fee? What the hell does that have to do with anything? And the fact that he started off with that, you better best believe that everything that he says out of his mouth after which is going straight downhill. Shalom and salute to Leonard De Yuda. Thank you for being here, family, as well as LaShawn Kent in the building. Much love to the both of you.
Knew that. And all them on that campus said that they were being provoked by him asking you questions.
By him being there at a HBCU after getting death threats, trying to spew a bunch of anti-black talking points. That's antagonistic. And family, this is something that they're going around doing like the cult that they are. We're going to get to some other situations. But the whole goal is to antagonize people so that they can call them out in some furious rage or act like a victim of a circumstance. Salute GD. Thank you for being here, family. Yeah, thank you. The do-rag is too tight. He thinks that he about to get him a white zaddy out of this.
And this is why I said just yesterday that the black community is performative and they have selective outrage, because they don't really care about what they hooting and hollering about. They only care when the wrong messenger says it. Because if they...
First and foremost, nothing that anybody that follows Charlie Kirk is saying is true about the black community. So for the fact that you're acting as if, oh, you just don't like the messenger, y'all have selective outrage. Your thong is showing. You need to pull your skirt down.
They actually cared, they would have went down to their local hood and talked to all the gang members and said, you know what, we tired of the violence. Black Lives Matter.
Family, notice how they try to make every situation where we have the actual moral high ground. These coons and buffoons always go back to the same talking point. Well, if you actually care, you would go back to your hoods and tell all the gang members not to, that you don't want none of this in your neighborhood. You tell all the gang members to stop all the black on black violence. In the same breath that he said that, he nullified the fact that it is white on white violence that is more predominant in this country. See, you're trying to do a sleight of hand trick. You don't want people looking at the Nabisco crime. You don't want people looking at the actions of a Nabisco. So all you do is you go back and you try to rope in black crime, gang culture, like the buck-broken buffoon that you are.
Stop this, stop that. They don't care about none of that. They only care when a white man come on campus with a red hat and they call him a racist and run him off campus. Man.
Any racist that comes onto a HBCU campus need to be ran off. Imagine me. We ain't even going to take it just any black person. Let's just say me. Imagine I grabbed a table and I went to the nearest PWI. I don't know, let's say Houston University. I don't know. What's a good PWI? I don't know. Just pick a PWI out here. I went to the first PWI I could find. And I set up my table without getting any permission, without speaking to anybody in the student affairs department, without speaking to anybody in the student union. And I put up a sign that says, white people smell like dogs. Prove me wrong. I put up a sign that says, Nabiscos don't wash their chicken, and that's nasty. Prove me wrong. I put up a sign that says, Nabiscos don't know how to wash their ass. That's why they smell like wet dog. Prove me wrong. Family, what do you think would happen? Now, here's the thing. The things that I brought forward are actually true. What these people are bringing forward are all false lies and propaganda. But what would you think would happen to me as a black man sitting at a PWI antagonizing these people like that? I would either be escorted off the campus and trespassed, or I would get arrested and they would say I refused to leave, so they had to arrest me. Let's be very clear about it. No wet dogs allowed. Absolutely. If I came in with a sign and I say all Nabiscos sleep with their dogs, they let their dogs lick them in the mouth. Oh, you're gonna see a lot of people out there upset. You're gonna see a lot of people out there upset. So for this Negro, this butt-broken buffoon, this tap-dancing Sambo, this political hoe, this political pick-me, for him to be saying any of this is egregious. Because he knows damn well what would happen if it was the other way around. Salute the Reparations Nation. He says, funny thing, church, is even if they wash properly, they still smell like wet dogs when they sweat and such. It's just in their skin. Hey, that's what happens with the cave. You know, when you get someone from the cave, all they know is the cave. And everything about them is due to being in that cave. So that smell, it lingers because, you know, they didn't do what they were supposed to do when they came out the cave. You know, like they say, they're civilized. They refuse to civilize. You got people right now all online, talking about how they don't wash their bodies. And if they do wash their bodies, they don't use a towel. You got people right now who says that they don't use soap. They use shampoo, they wash their hair, and let the soap trickle down their body. I don't think this dude really understands the gravity of what he's saying. And if he does, he's trying real hard to get that pat on the head.
And this is why the black community is failing, bro. It really is. Because they acted like that all because a white man came on campus and was about to.
By whose metrics? If you're saying the black community is failing because you're comparing us to any other group in this country, whether white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Asian, any other group, Indian, West Indian, any other group, then you've already made a horrible mistake. Because the white supremacists, they have a system in place that keeps us locked out of wealth, that targets the successful black man or woman, while simultaneously pulling up every other group of people in order to make them a buffer in between us and the ruling class. Black Americans are the most successful people across the globe. Why? Because no matter how much they try their hardest to interject everything to destroy whatever we're doing, whether we're building cities, whether we're getting together and circulating our dollars, whether we're just, building our own businesses and doing what we usually do. We can't do anything undisturbed because they know what happens when we do anything undisturbed. Our perseverance during a time where we're being sabotaged and we're still succeeding, that alone makes us the #1 successful group across the globe. Prove me wrong, since you like debating so much.
Start asking them questions. And all they have to do is voice their opinion, say how they feel. But they couldn't. Why? Because they don't even have their own opinion. Everything the black community does is in the name of being black. They have no idea why they do the things they do. It's just because they're black.
Notice how this man is running around othering us. Oh, they don't even have their own opinion. Everything that they do is because they're black. Now I'm asking the question. Is that do-rag hiding a tether forehead? Is it hiding a tether hairline? Do your hair start in the back of your ears? Because this is some real tether type stuff. They. And if it wasn't for they, nobody would have any type of rights to move around this piece here. Unless you were Nabisco. Talking about blackness and the unequal justice system when it comes to us, and the unequal system in itself of white supremacy. That's how we got things to change in the first damn place, you damn idiot. It was the black churches and the black people in them. Back when black churches were still predominant institutions in our communities. It was us talking about our issues as black people that made it better for everyone here who wasn't black. Let's be very clear about that. But you would never say that, would you? No, because that goes against your Zaddy's talking points. Salute Crux West. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. As well as Mantor? I'm sorry. There's a Man One Tour. Okay. Shout out to the both of you. Thank you for being here, family.
Why did they go to the HBCU? Probably just because they're black and that's what they were told to do. Why do they think the way they think? Probably just because they're black and their mama or daddy said so.
So you think that black people go to HBCUs because they're black and they were told to do so. Not because we want a sense of culture. We want to be able to go to school without worrying about puming happening every other days. We want to be able to go to school and embrace our culture. No. It can't be because of that. It's because someone told you to. Because you ain't got your own mind. I had a full ride. I think it was Kentucky State University. And that's another HBCU. When I applied, I had more HBCUs get at me than any PWI. And not that I would have went to a PWI anyway, because I've already been to a predominantly white school before I transferred over to Texas Southern in California, because you have really no choice in the matter at that point. But in California, I went to a PWI. And I know how those schools run. It took me getting on an equity board at my prior college in order to get resources to black students there. Millions of dollars I had a hand in bringing the black students. And it took me to get on the equity board to do that as a student rep. There was no black student union there. Me and 3 other friends started a black student union there. And then they were saying black was too divisive. Can we call it something else? Even to the point, because I was the vice president. The president, who was a mixed woman, it got to the point where she was even saying, you know what? I think I'm going to change the name from the Black Student Union to the Pan-African Student Union. And I told her, if you change that name, not only would I leave, but I'll take everybody else here and go start another Black Student Union. We were called a militia because every time something happened on campus, the Black Student Union showed up. Me, more specifically, being the loudest one there, calling out the white supremacists on campus. I had several presidents, from the vice president to the top president, send out notifications to all students that anti-black racism would not be accepted on the college campus. Why? Because I pushed for that. I pushed for that. I say all that to say this. When I decided to go to a HBCU, it was because I didn't feel like doing all of that again. Yes, there's going to be some budget issues because it's a HBCU. Yes, it's going to be some administration issues because, you know, the board is usually white at HBCUs. And they put in different people who aren't black to teach there. And if they are black, they're not Black American. At Texas Southern University right now, we have so many African teachers, it's ridiculous. But my point is this: all the stuff that I had to do at the school that I was attending prior to TSU, I didn't feel like having to do all that again. I wanted my culture solidified already when I got there. And for the most part, it was. A lot of the stuff that I had to deal with at that predominantly white college, I ain't have to deal with here. So no, people don't just go to HBCUs because someone told them to. Like you so ignorantly put.
Nobody has their own opinions, bro. Them folks brought out a BLM poster for a random white man on campus. And this is a direct reflection of the black communities and these HBCUs and whatever they be pointing to these kids for them to think the way they think and act the way they act. Because I don't know how much more proof y'all need, but they hate white people. I don't know if y'all could see that, but they hate white people. And
they hate white people while sitting on their campus minding their own damn business. Ain't that something? It's not the white people that came there to antagonize them. It's just that they hate white people. Do your ignorant ass know that there are several white folks who attend HBCUs, you dummy? There's Latinos, there's Asians, there's Indians, I mean red dot Indians, Brahmins, and there's Indians as in the so-called Native Americans, all attending HBCUs. Why are there no horror stories coming out about black people hating all these different people on campus and off? What's up, Massa? Let me put on my tap dancing shoes and just tap all over the floor, Massa, because I want you to know that I'm sitting here, I'm trying to stand up for you. You should sit your dumb ass down.
communities and these schools, they teach black power. They teach that the black skin color trumps all. And mind you, a lot.
Is that not science? Is that not science? Is melanin not the core thing of the universe? Everything on the planet has melanin in it, with the exception of one group of people. And even though they have very small traits of it, it's not like what we got. Salute to Damon. He says HBCU's the melting pot. That's exactly what it is. It's a freaking melting pot. If you want to call anything a melting pot, HBCUs is what you can call a melting pot. I 100% agree. Shout out to our brother Cool Keezy in the building. Much love to you, my brother. And our brother Nitro 215 in the building. Much love to you and DJ Black 909. Much love to all of you. Thank you for being here, family. Oh, and Keezy. Yeah, I had to use one of your clips on this situation too. We're going to get there, but I just want to give you a shout out for that as well. I don't think we need to hear anything else out of him. Let's go here, family.
Let me explain to you exactly why fearless debates was not welcome on the TSU campus. A white man took the life of another white man at a white school in one of the whitest states in the country, and the next day, white conservatives took it upon themselves to launch credible threats at HBCUs across the country.
I can't even let you get that off. I'm not even gonna lie. Because why do y'all cherry pick the sequence to fit your victim narrative? Like, why do y'all continue to conveniently leave out a huge part of the sequence that led up to the school threats, which was CK getting popped? Black people voluntarily went online, rejoiced and celebrated CK's death and justified evil, and then the school threats came. I had to take that.
Before this brother go off on him, let me just say something to that young man. I don't know his name, and I really don't care. That bootlicking, sambo and tap dancing, political pick-me. Sir, please get off your knees. Wipe your mouth. Dust off your jeans, man. Chill the hell. Get off of your knees. Godly. Shout out to Nightfall. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you as always.
Drink because you absolutely make me fucking sick, right? It doesn't matter that black people rejoice at Charlie Kirk being unalived. It doesn't matter at all. That is no justification for HBCUs to be threatened. And I'm going to go on and say what you said further. You said you don't justify either. You said you don't justify black people rejoicing in his unaliving, and you don't justify those threats. However, we don't give a fuck what you think. Actually, can you prove that any of the people that rejoiced in him being unalived went to any of those HBCUs that had threats? Can you prove that? Can you prove it? Right? Now to go further on, and you say that they provoked racist people that would have done this regardless. They just found a reason to do it. I'm glad you understand what provoking someone is, because that's exactly what those two dudes did when they went to TSU. However, you said that those black people couldn't have a civil conversation. They didn't need to have one. They were provoked. Those two guys went there illegally. They trespassed. They did not have permission to be there. Stop shucking and jiving. All right?
All right. That's one brother. And here's another brother.
Do these conservatives and all-right people who go to colleges trying to debate college students not know we already understand you niggas are trying to rage bait people? Some group or whoever the fuck they are called Fearless went on a Fearless tour, and they just went to an HBCU. And when they went to the HBCU, all of the students decided to kick them motherfuckers out. They didn't even let them set up. They didn't let them set up no table, no mics, no camera, no nothing. They got them out of there. And now all the red hat wearers, all the MAGA, all the conservatives, all the alt-right people are upset saying, Trump donated so much money to the HBCUs. You see the black fatigue. These people can't even debate this, and that. Motherfucker, we are already knowing what's going to happen. Y'all debate the same fucking topics. You people aren't smart as you think. And to every student at that college, good fucking job, because these people think they can come into your home and play in your fucking face. Because what is this person, this fucking Fearless tour people going to talk about? Black on black crime, gun violence, why is the black community like this, yada, 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 all of the same shit. Yet y'all motherfuckers don't ever want to do no actual historical research on why shit is the way it is. Y'all don't ever want to change nothing for real. Y'all niggas don't even believe in the shit that we be trying to tell y'all, but you want to come into our place, debate us, and think you can change our mind? Yeah, fuck no. It's getting so crazy out here. These motherfuckers are mad that we're not allowing them to rage bait motherfuckers like that. It's insane. And don't even try to come with that Christianity or they're trying to show them a better life. Fuck out of here. Y'all motherfuckers do not believe in the same God that we believe in. Y'all motherfuckers pray to someone else. I'm telling you that right now.
Family, where in the hell is the lie? And I love the way he explained that. All you guys are going to do is bring up the same damn talking points that's already been debunked and try to sway people to think like you think. But see, we're educated people. We know how to fact check. You guys refuse to do any type of fact checking. So what's the point of a debate? There's no point. Shout out to that brother. And since those little Nabiscos got caught off guard because they didn't expect that to happen, they end up getting put on the local news. And you know what they said after being called out for their chicanery and shenanigans? They said, well, we didn't even know it was a HBCU until they told us on campus. But you knew to go there. Let's go here.
want to talk to people who disagree with you, you go to the place where people are likely to disagree with you.
Students visibly upset at a conservative group showing up to their university unannounced, Tennessee State University, where they set up two controversial signs in front of their table. One saying DEI should be illegal, and the other, deport all illegals now. Let's talk.
We didn't know that TSU was.
Wait a second. Let's
Their
go
table.
back
One
here.
saying DEI.
One sign says DEI should be illegal. Okay. Go tell that to your white women. They're the people that benefit from it the most. And to all you Nabisco women out there, yeah, if you're supporting this, basically what you're supporting is them rolling back your rights. Not just as a Nabisco woman, but as a woman. But go ahead, go off if y'all want to support them.
Two controversial signs in front of their table. One saying DEI should be illegal, and the other, deport all illegals now.
And deport all illegals now, you're preaching to the choir. Why the hell? What are these signs for? What are you trying to say here? You go to a predominantly black college, you go to a historically black college, that is, excuse me, with a sign talking about DEI that we don't benefit from, and deport all illegals, which we're not. What is your problem here? These are the high IQ thinkers? These are the high IQ, exactly, Keezy. The signs don't even concern us. Your talking points to things that you wanted to debate don't concern us. See, they would have started off with these topics and then tried to lure their way into the crime statistic bull stuff that they usually do. Fatherless homes and all that nonsense. You probably would have did better just putting that on there. At least then you would be consistent. The high IQ is failing. Absolutely, damn it. They're looking at getting, excuse me, they're looking to get some of that Charlie Kirk money. Absolutely. Absolutely. They're thinking they're going to make a name for themselves off of this, but all they did, really, honestly, is made themselves look like a bunch of hoes. Desperate little biatches.
In front of their table. One saying DEI should be illegal, and the other, deport all illegals now. Let's talk.
We didn't know that TSU was an HBCU until the night before. He didn't know until they told him on campus.
Now, let's be honest. They're not showing up on HBCU campuses to debate. They're showing up to agitate us, to agitate our children, and to incite a response from us. To all my young brothers and sisters attending an HBCU, don't give them what they want. The fact is that they just cannot seem to just leave us alone.
Why is y'all always fucking with us? We ain't fucking with y'all, man. Leave us the fuck alone.
I could have did without them throwing in plies to cries. Yeah.
Because you're showing up to an HBCU campus unprovoked for absolutely no reason but to antagonize black people. And here's the thing. The antagonistic behavior towards black people has continued to increase since Charlie Kirk's death. Whole time, black people had nothing to do with it.
So my young brothers and sisters, the only response they should see from you is that you're unbothered, that you're so unbothered by their tactics to incite, to try to poke the bear, to get you to respond. Don't give it to them. Just go about your day being the amazing, intelligent, young, black, beautiful person that you are.
He didn't know that TSU was an HBCU until the night before. He didn't know until they told him on campus.
There is nothing worse than a liar, because if you're a liar, you'll steal, you'll do everything. These guys knew that they were coming to Tennessee State University, which is a historically black college and university. They knew exactly what they were doing. Their goal was to agitate and antagonize those students. But what they did not think was going to happen is that they would be escorted off the campus because they tried to run roughshod. So now, once the media has gotten a hold of this story, because this is a big story here in Nashville, and it has also made national rounds, especially protecting HBCUs. Now the next message is, well, we didn't know. We didn't know we were there. That is what is wrong with these people. You know, I had all kinds of comments from my previous video and people were talking about, oh, well, you should be able to debate people, you know, just because you have differences, you should be able to debate. No, these people are liars, okay? They got caught up in their shit, and now it's a problem. They get on the local news and say, we didn't know, and that is some bullshit. They had the wrong intentions, they got caught up in their shit, and now you didn't know. But we don't forget.
No, we don't. You know why we don't forget? Because as our elder has put it so simple and so plain, we don't have the luxury of forgetting.
But the axe forgets, the tree remembers. You can't have a short memory and be black. You open yourself up for attack. You got to have a long memory because you're singing a long song. Y'all feel me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
Family, shout out to our brother Cool Keezy because he put his 2 cents into it, and you know I had to include it. Let's go.
Now, we got a situation report coming straight off the yard at Tennessee State University. So-called Fearless Debate Squad tried to sneak attack on our territory. No invitation, no authorization, just rolled in deep with MAGA hats and cardboard weapons saying deport all illegals now and DEI should be illegal. Now that ain't strategy. That's psychological warfare. Clown edition. Now listen, this wasn't a bait mission. No, sir. These folks came in looking for a TikTok tussle, not an exchange of ideas. Their whole playbook is the same. Tired one. You know, poke the bear, film the reaction, chop it up like a bad mixtape, and then run online screaming, "We're the victims." Family, that's not intellectual combat. That's attention hustling, smoke and mirrors. And let's not forget, we're in a hostile climate since the hit on Charlie Kirk. These HBU campuses, they've been on the radar. And that's why the TSU squad did exactly what soldiers are trained to do: secure the perimeter, neutralize the threat, and prioritize safety. Mission successful. Nobody played their game. Nobody wrote them into their movie. But here's where the lesson drills home. What happened at TSU is happening every single day in the digital trenches. On your socials, in your comments, in your mentions. These ops roll up acting like they want a real dialogue, but the moment they take a verbal body shot, they start breakdancing. They troll, they deflect. They drag it out until you realize they never came to fight fair. They came to trade time. Family, here's orders from command. Don't take the bait. Now, don't go wasting ammo on fools who just want the highlight reel. Our energy is precious. Our strategy is focused. We got bigger missions, bigger mountains, bigger visions. Remember, antagonism isn't debate. And distraction, that's not strategy. We're too disciplined, too sharp, too seasoning to be running around chasing ghosts. Stay locked in, stay loving each other, stay laughing through the madness, because a soldier that can smile on the battlefield, that's one that always wins. Carry on, family. Eyes open, heart strong, and heads up. Dismissed.
You racist against blacks, we gon' see about that. We gon' see about that. We gon' see about that. The reparations with the tax, we gon' see about that. We gon' see.
All right, family. Shout out to our brother Cool Keezy. I know y'all heard me in the background hitting him with the explosives because he was just blowing it up. Pause. Now, family, I want to go here to a space that Tariq had where this was discussed. And get ready, get your toilet paper ready, because here comes the bullshit from Bush Meat Baron Stir.
Sometimes. What does Bushmeat Barrister want? Good Lord. Bushmeat Barrister, what do you want, man? Oh, let me get Bushmeat in here. He's trying to get in here early. Bushmeat, I hope you're not coming with any boring talking points because I don't want to hear it. Go ahead, Bushmeat.
I'm not going to give you any boring talking points. I just want to address the whole situation that occurred at Tennessee State University. Yesterday, you were talking about that those individuals, those MAGA people, had no reason to be on that campus. I'm just wondering that are you aware that there's no expectation of privacy in public?
Man, what the hell are you talking about, man? Look, if black folks show up on anybody's college campus with any type of hostility.
Shout out to Tariq for asking the question. I was thinking as soon as I heard the question, what the hell are you talking about? He don't even understand. See, he tried to take the expectation of privacy when it comes to being in a private home or whatever the situation may be and tried to apply it to a public school as if the school don't have a right to send people who shouldn't be on their campus off their campus because it's a public school. That's not how it works. How it works is in a very same way that you have public schools in the grade level. You can't just walk onto the campus of any elementary school and just start doing what you want. You can't walk on any campus of any public high school and just do what you want. So when he said that, I know what he was trying to say, and it's stupid. Because what he's doing is he's taking what we say to people that we film and record in the public area, and he's trying to apply it to this college. It doesn't work like that. And that shows you how freaking ignorant Bushmeat is. When we say you have no expectation of privacy in public, that applies to public areas when filming. It has nothing to do with whether or not people can just walk all willy-nilly onto somebody's campus. That's ignorant as hell. Shalom and salute to Tampa Bay in the building. Much love to you, my sister, as well as Patricia Green, as well as Uncensored Truth. Much love to all of you. Thank you for being here, family.
Facility, they're gonna get ran up off there. The cops are gonna come, they're gonna get them up out of there.
Not necessarily. Tennessee State University is a public university.
I know that.
So
I know that, but still,
those individuals have every right.
But no, if you're coming in there hostile and there's been schools that's being threatened, yeah, they got a right to not engage. They got a right to not engage. I know you love caping for white daddy. I don't care if it's a public place or not, a public institution. Yeah, they came on
But you're
campus.
talking about that.
Hold on, but no, you still have to get permission to get on campus. You just can't come and just set up a table.
You are
and
wrong.
stuff.
You're absolutely wrong. Myron Gaines did that. Basically, just went to the University of South Carolina. He just put up a table. It's a public university. You could do anything in public.
No, you just can't come on campus and just set up shop like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a library.
Yes, you can. In
library is public. I just can't walk into a library and set up a table and start yelling.
Outside, you can. You can go.
No, but no, you're on the campus grounds.
You can't. It's still public property.
But there's still ways that you carry yourself. It's still a state institution, and you just can't come in and just do shit willy-nilly.
Yes, you can.
You can, sir.
It's the first.
Because it's public. A person can't go and set up a picnic and say, hey, this is like a public park, so I'm gonna set up a picnic right here and just eat dinner, and I'm gonna set up a barbecue grill and barbecue. No, it doesn't work like that.
It's the first.
Because it's public. A person can't go and set up a picnic and say, hey, this is like a public park, so I'm gonna set up a picnic right here and just eat dinner, and I'm gonna set up a barbecue grill and barbecue. No, it doesn't work like that, sir. No, it doesn't. You just can't do shit just because you say the place is public. A courthouse is public. You can't go in front of a courthouse and start barbecuing chicken wings. You understand? You can't do that. There's decorum and there's protocol, sir.
Not on the inside, but outside, you can do it.
Outside too.
They
go to a courthouse. Go set up a barbecue grill in front of a court. They're gonna get you the hell up out of there.
No, they won't.
Yeah,
In any case,
they will. They're gonna get you up out of there. And also, yeah, these schools have been getting threats. They've been getting threats from these white supremacists. So yes, they did the right thing by not engaging with them suspected white supremacists. They did the right thing.
Actually, one black student engaged with them, and they were engaging in civil discourse, civil conversation. Yes, they were.
No. Those white supremacist suspects are trolling. It's not civil discourse. It's not civil discourse. They're setting up shop to troll and antagonize people and then weaponize the reactions of those kids. So if those kids start barking at them or whatever, the kids get punished.
Initially.
Just like in Texas, what happened? Those same people went out there antagonizing the black students, and then black students start getting expelled. So yeah, they shouldn't engage with these antagonistic white supremacists. Let's get Tamara in here. Let me get my sister Tamara. Tamara, hop on, dear.
Hey, Tariq, thanks for having me attend and passing the mic. I'll be real brief. I just wanted to say that everyone can log on to Tennessee State University's Office of Events Management website. You will see there that you must receive approval to have any event on the grounds. And we know this by example because for every university, regardless if they're public or private, you need approval.
No, you don't. You don't need specific approval in public property. That's an infringement of their rights.
It's on the website.
Regardless, that's their policy.
It is
their policy.
It is their
That
policy.
policy does not.
Policy. For example, when Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck, he first got approval for his event, and then the school approved the event in which he got shot in the neck. Thanks so much, Tariq. Have a good night.
Thank you, dear. Right, Bushmeat. You got to get approval.
But, like when we don't, you do not need approval. Still, policy. I mean,
this damn tether. Look, when we did events in DC, I'm not listening to that. We did an event, a couple events in Washington D.C. at Freedom Plaza. That's public. That's a public place, but we had to get all types of permission. We had to get signed off permission. Damn.
Shout out to Tariq and shout out to that sister that basically gave him the blues because he thought that he knew what he was talking about. And as somebody, like I said, I know the protocol left and right, but just to play his game, let's go here. Re-Ups had a space the other day, and this brother here, Danny, is a speaker. He actually works at the college. And he's going to tell you for himself what you need in order to come up on the grounds.
These guys didn't have credentials. That's the point blank of it. And just to let you know about Tennessee State, we have a day of freedom of speech day, kind of like an open community day set up at the university every Wednesday. We call it Courtyard Wednesdays. On Courtyard Wednesdays, you got community groups coming on, you got student groups that are tabling, you got all of that type of community, atmosphere type going on Wednesday. So that's the specific day on campus that type of stuff is happening. So the first thing is they didn't get permission. They didn't go through student affairs. They didn't go through student activities. Had they gone through student affairs and student activities, they would have been told, okay, great, you're welcome to come on this campus and have whatever viewpoint you want, because as you know, TSU is a state institution. We can't deny anybody access. It's a public state institution, but public state institution don't mean you can bring your ass on campus whenever you want. Right. I mean, that's how their dude got, all back in Utah because of their security, security protocols, whatever. So you can't just walk on campus. You can't just set up your table however you want or whatever. And that's commonly known by anybody that does business at TSU. So on that particular day, they parked at Epps Hall, which is one of the dormitories at the front end of campus near a security gate, somehow snuck past security. And again, my opinion, not the either they were asleep or they let them boys through because they had their complexion, they looked or whatever. I mean, because again, we have white people at Tennessee State University, but we ain't just got white people running around everywhere. So to see two white people, they probably assume like, okay, they're supposed to be here, and then think twice about checking them. So that's a security thing that the university is already discussing. So walk past security, walk through our freshman and sophomore dormitories, Boyd and Watson, and that's had they done the requisition the right way, all of the equipment they had, with the exception of the cameras, would have been provided to them. Tables, chairs, even a tent if they needed it for for inclement weather. So just want to set the record straight. Security didn't let them just stay on campus or whatever. Once they got the word that they were on there, and I guess that's when the crowd started building, they got directives from the president's office to have them removed from campus because they didn't have this shit together. And my whole point is TSU ain't running from no debates. We've never been a university that's been afraid of free speech. We've never been a university that's been afraid to have controversial people on campus.
My tax dollars actually fund that university.
All right. Shout out to that brother for bringing the truth to light, because these folks act like they just know everything, especially when you a tether. How do you know so much about America? You know so much about Europe, but you don't even know that much about your own damn homeland. We know more than you over here about your homeland over there because you're all up in our business over here. So people like Bushmeat Barrister, I could understand why people get so tether fatigued by these people. But family, I got to give a shout out to our brother Christopher Ellis for your Cash App donation, family. Thank you for your donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always. I also got to give a shout out to Robert Grant. Thank you for your Cash App donation, family. Your donation is also blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as well. Got to give a shout out to our brother Warrior Cherub. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. Now, family, this ain't the only situation, and I'm about to prove to you through and through that these people aren't doing anything but trying to go around antagonizing people. More specifically, trying to go and antagonize us. Let's go here. Have y'all heard about this situation with these people going to Starbucks and ordering what they're calling a CK? Which is, I don't remember exactly what it is. It was some fruity ass drink, to be honest with you, though. They're going to there literally ordering Charlie Kirk's drink, and when they ask for the name, they're giving the name Charlie Kirk. So they're going to Starbucks with the full intention to antagonize whoever works there who may or may not be MAGA, who may or may not be liberal, who may or may not even participate in any type of political talks or activity. Oh yeah, let's go here, family.
We're going through the Starbucks line and ordering the Charlie Kirk. Can I have a grande mint majestic tea with 2 honeys?
What you are witnessing is cult withdrawal, right? And then there's a video going around, people getting upset because this young lady working for Starbucks didn't want to put Charlie Kirk's name on a damn Starbucks. So y'all are going around messing with people, messing with everyday workers. They're minding their business, doing their job. You're going around messing with them because they won't put Charlie Kirk's name on a fucking Starbucks cup. They'll swear up and down it's not a cult. People getting laid off left and right, up and down. And you said, yeah, I'm going to get you fired or I'm going to make you famous because you won't put Charlie Kirk, a man you don't even know for real. Like, you don't know this man in real life. Because you won't put him on a cup, I'm going to try to get you fired. I'm going to get you doxxed. I'm going to get this Starbucks doxxed. We are slow in the head. Noodle cooked.
We? We.
I don't know what he's talking about by we, because we, as foundational Black Americans, don't have nothing to do with it. Nothing. MAGA slow. And the rest of the people who fighting on the other side are also slow. We're the only ones ahead of the crowd. Shalom and salute to our brother John's son. Oh, it gets better, family. So this MAGA woman by the name of Jacqueline Garrison, she works for the Republican Party. She decides that she's going to go to Starbucks. She placed an online order. And then she goes and picks up the online order. But then she gets on TikTok and she posts these cups that has, instead of the name written on it, it says loser when she ordered the CK. Now, family, this caused an uproar because people started calling out the nonsense in that. Number one, if you order online from Starbucks, they don't write your name on a cup. They do that when you're in the store. When you order online, your information prints out on a tag and they stick that tag on a cup. Who's been to Starbucks? Who knows that I'm telling the truth? Please let me know in the chat. They will put the tag with your name on it that's printed out onto the cup. They don't write your name on the cup. And right here, you can clearly see, right here, you can clearly see that the name tag is on the cup. So you know what that means? That means that Magite woman wrote that on the cup herself and then tried to make a big deal out of it in order to make it go viral. Shalom and B1 salute to our sister Priscilla Taylor. However, family, Starbucks checked their cameras and they said, oh, that didn't happen. We have all the information. We have all the evidence here. We looked at the evidence at the time that you ordered and the time you picked up. And nobody here did that. So now this woman is getting called out for the liar and manipulator that she is.
The lady who tried to get that Starbucks worker fired for putting loser or for ordering what they're calling the CK drink. Yeah, Starbucks finally responded. So this lady, Jacqueline Garrettson, tried to make it seem like Starbucks put loser on her cup after ordering a Mint Majesty with 2 pumps of honey. First off, when you do a Starbucks mobile order, you don't need to write anything on the cup. They print out a sticker, as you see here, and put it on the cup and then put it on the cubby for people to come and grab. And then as you see on the sticker, it does not have CK name on it. So first off, they wouldn't even have known this person ordered this drink in memorial or memory, whatever you guys are doing, for CK. We can already tell this whole thing is kind of looking fishy from the start. Then she did this whole thing. Her mother-in-law supposedly ordered this drink and told them to put CK name on it, but instead they put loser, and they went back to the Starbucks and tried to get the worker fired. They tried to get the worker fired for their lies. And when the Starbucks employees came and said, hey, well, nobody did that. The people who working here, they aren't here to kind of defend themselves. The guy said, well, I can have this whole street lined up with patriots and trying to get this person fired for lies, y'all. They're complete lies. They made this up. This whole narrative is made up. But Starbucks did their investigation. They found no evidence supporting this. They looked at the timestamps of the cameras and they seen nobody writing this on their cup because it's a mobile order. A mobile order, you don't need to write anything on a cup. You print out the sticker, you put it on the cup, you put the cup on the cubby for people to come grab. And then you wonder why we are saying you guys are in a cult. Because you're doing stuff like this. You're making up scenarios. You're making up these false situations and trying to get people fired, trying to get people real lives, trying to mess their real life up. How do you guys not see this? This is insanity. And then you guys are going to Starbucks and ordering the CK drink for what? For what? What is the propaganda behind this? What's the outcome? What do you want? You want Starbucks to do what? What change does this make? And then y'all are recording. So y'all are doing this for likes. Y'all doing this for clicks. Like there's no end goal in all of this. Something is messed up. Like you guys are going through something. Maybe I am the disconnect. I don't see what's going on. I don't see the point in all this. Maybe it's me. I think that's the case. Maybe it's just me. But let me know what you guys think. Y'all stay positive. Peace.
So Starbucks reviewed the surveillance footage, and that lady who said that they wrote loser on her cup was completely lying, and she wrote it on there herself. This is the woman who did that. Mind you, she's still on Twitter right now, not even acknowledging this, but everyone's just grilling her in the replies. But like, come on, own up to it. Like, be an adult.
Family, it ain't got to the point where you got Nabisco women calling on the federal government to go arrest the other Nabisco woman for lying, because we do have a law on the books against it. U.S. Code 18-1038, false information and hoax. Remember that? Remember that was signed into play? Well, this Nabisco woman want to know when they're going to use it.
I have a question to our legal people, our Department of Justice. I want to know if charges are going to be brought against Jacqueline Garrettson, because according to 18 U.S. Code, whatever that little squiggly S, 1038, False Information and Hoaxes Act, whatever this is, it is a criminal violation and can be imprisoned up to 5 years. I want to know if charges are going to be made. Spread this. Send it out. Demand consequences for her actions. Jacqueline Garrettson made false allegations against Starbucks employees that they put loser on a Charlie Cook coffee. I'm sorry, mint tea. Starbucks has confirmed that that never happened, that their security footage confirms that that didn't happen. And Jacqueline Garrettson is awfully quiet right now. I want to see accountability, because isn't this the Department of Justice that's going to make sure that every criminal is held accountable? Jacqueline Garrettson needs to be arrested. Have a nice day.
Family, I gotta agree. I mean, hey, what's good for the gander is good for the goose. Or what's good for the geese? What's good for the geese is good for the gander. Oh, shout out to our brother Zavon Scott. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, my family. Now, family, I got an exclusive video of this Jacqueline woman planning out what she was going to do. Let's go here.
Turd Lisa, did you hear? Yeah, we're going to go down to Starbucks and ruin some of them blue-haired liberal baristas' days. We're going to go down there. We're going to get in the cyber bus. And we're going to drive down there. No, it's a Sabre bus. We couldn't afford a Sabre truck, so we just got an abandoned school bus and taped a dumpster to the front. Looks exactly the same. So we're going to ride down there, and then we're going to order Charlie Kirk's drink. Yeah, that's gonna show them. We're going to order his drink. Well, his drink was it was a Mint Majesty tea, and he had 2 honeys in it, which, you know, if you'd asked me like yesterday, I'd think the guy drank just like black coffee, no milks, because milks is for women. But no, he drank a mint tea with honey, which I would have thought was like a gay homosexual's delight or like an old British woman's favorite beverage. But no, that's what he drank, and that's what I'm gonna order. And when they say, "Hey, who's this for?" I'm gonna say Charlie Kirk. And then when they go to call it out, if they don't say the full name, well, then obviously I'm going to shit through my pants so hard that it blasts a hole in my ass and dumps all over the floor. See, that's what we're doing. And then I'm going to drown grandma in the river because we ran out of health insurance.
Oh, family. And that's not it. That's not it. Because one would have to ask, what in the hell did they expect to happen when they go there to do this nonsense? What the hell do they expect for people to say when they go there to do this nonsense? Shalom and salute to Miss Paradise 99. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. Also, my brother Jesse, tell your lovely wife that I said much love to her and a B1 salute. I'm going to show you what they expected to happen, or what more likely actually happened when they went there doing this.
Well, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get started for you? Yeah, I'll take a Mint Majesty tea with 2 pumps of honey, please. Okay, what size did you want that in? My name is Grande, please. Got it. And you wanted that hot, right? Yeah, hot is fine. Yeah. Cool. And was that all for you today, or did you need anything else? No, just the tea. That's it. All right, the total is going to be $7.23. What is the name you want the order under? My name is Charlie Kirk. Okay, you're going to pay with cash, card, gift card. Credit card, tap to pay. All right, it'll be ready in a few moments. Pick up windows over there. Grande Mint Majesty tea, 2 pumps of honey for Charlie. Actually, you didn't read the full name out. Are you Charlie? Yes, but, well, you need to read the full name out because that's how it works. Charlie Kirk, here's your drink. Have a good day. Yes.
That's it. That's what they expected, and that's what they want. A bunch of nothing. A bunch of nothing. Shout out to Shell Nash. Thank you for being here, family. But the Starbucks situation ain't the only situation. We running them off of campus. We running them out of Starbucks, apparently. And we ain't even have to do nothing. It's just goddamn Starbucks just came out of nowhere like, hey, this bitch lying. Shout out to Starbucks. But also, these people out here trying to antagonize people, and it's failing. And now you see a lot of people losing the clout that they thought they had over trying to be a Charlie Kirk. I am Charlie Kirk. I am Charlie Kirk. Have y'all heard about the influencer by the name of Hannah Brown? Apparently, she's some big influencer. She was pushing 1 million. Excuse me. Got finished eating before I jumped on here. She's pushing 1 million followers. And something came out that was very interesting to her followers. You know, it came out that old Hannah was sitting in the front row of the Charlie Kirk KKK rally. Oh, she's been losing millions. Excuse me, she was close to 1 million. She's been losing hundreds of thousands of followers because of it. And now she's all online crashing the hell out as well. But just for a little, to help you guys understand this woman, let's go here.
This is Hannah Brown. She makes a ton of viral content about the service industry and being a server, customer service, etc. Go follow this cutie baby, by the way. He made a great video about this. But she was photographed at Charlie Kirk's funeral, like front row center. And after she got caught being there, and everyone was pissed because I'm not sure who she thought her audience was, but it was definitely not who she was sitting next to in that crowd, right? It's always funny to watch content creators in real time figure out who their audience is. Like, it happened with Hub's life too. And like, you make content that is so pointedly not political, and then you do something so pointedly political, and you go, now you don't know my political beliefs. And it's like, girl, we know everything that we need to know. There isn't anything else that we actually need to know. This was you. You drove there and waited in line for this. And then I didn't know what this caption meant, so I had to look it up. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. And like the seething energy in this follow-up video. I wonder if she's really shocked to find out how many people followed her that didn't identify with her politically at all. And of course, we have to have like the cross front and center because we're gonna make it about that now. But newsflash, babes, if you can't share where you are and who you're hanging out with and what your political beliefs are, they're the wrong ones. Because my money is on, if that picture had never popped up on the internet, we would have just never known you were there.
From being on the cusp of having 1 million followers to losing 120,000 in one day. What did Hannah Brown do to make people this mad? And what Hannah Brown did is drive 13 hours to go to a Charlie Kirk memorial. 13 fucking hours to go to that. And you want us to believe you are not politically affiliated with Charlie Kirk in any shape or form? I say that because she made a video yesterday explaining why she went to the memorial and all the blowback that she's been getting. And you know it's bad because she already turned off her comments. And it's like, white people, stop trying to play in our face. If you are supporting Charlie Kirk, or you are going to his memorial, or you making a post comparing him to Jesus, there is nothing that you can say to walk that back and have us look at you the same and respect you the same. If you are okay aligning with that white supremacist and the white nationalist shit that he has to say, stay on that side and get the fuck away from us, because we want nothing to do with that. So I'm glad you are saying if you support it and are happy about Charlie Kirk dying, unfollow you, because more and more people are going to unfollow you because we is fed up with that shit.
Jesus would hate you because you're a coward.
I did not go to the memorial to align myself with any political views. Jesus is king.
Jesus would hate you because you're a coward.
I did not go to the memorial to align myself with any political views or to make a political statement. I went to pay my respects to a human that died.
Whenever people oversimplify something like that, it's because they know they are doing something wrong or something is wrong. So they try to use generalities, distance, and broadness to distance themselves from that wrong and make whatever it is they're doing or talking about seem less wrong, etc. Positive conservatives love to do this, and it's the reason why so many people dislike centrists. Because centrists are rarely true independents who follow whichever party has the best policies at the time without cheerleading. Most of the time, centrists are people too afraid to admit that for whatever reason, they're Republicans. All I did was go to the memorial of a man who died. Okay, I wasn't stripping, I was just dancing next to a pole with no clothes on. I wasn't stealing, I was just picking up items I liked in a store and taking them home with me. You did not just go to the memorial of a man who died, you went to the memorial of a prominent figure who you only know of due to the virality of his political opinions. One would only go to his memorial. Notice I didn't say one would only be disturbed or shaken by, because you can feel disturbed or shaken by something gruesome happening to someone you don't even like. And again, that video was horrific, so I won't hold that against anyone. But one would only feel compelled to go to his memorial if they found quite a bit of alignment between him and themselves. And I wish people like you would just say that. I hate a coward. Just say you like Charlie Kirk and what he stood for. Say you don't care about his comments about black women, his party's loyalty to weaponry, his anti-feminist rhetoric, etc. Stand on it. Say it and stand on it. Instead of getting on camera and dancing around reality, insulting people's intelligence as if they can't tell. Listen, say whatever you want about Charlie Kirk. I've many an opinion, but he wasn't a coward. You are. And that's almost as embarrassing as all of the fucking trash you filthy people left all over Arizona the other day. Repulsive.
I would have to disagree with her. I believe Charlie was just as much as a coward as the people that follow him. Let's be very clear. Cowards follow cowards. Cowards also click up with other cowards. Birds of a feather flock together. You know the sayings. Let's go here, family.
I thought y'all were lying. When you told me that Hannah Brown was reposting videos comparing Charlie Kirk to Jesus, I thought you were lying. You were not lying. As of right now, you can still see her repost. And yes, there's at least 3, possibly 4 videos in a row about Charlie Kirk, one of which is literally comparing him to Jesus. Oh, I give it 3 days tops until she's coming back on here claiming that she's being persecuted for her beliefs, because that is the go-to MAGA textbook when they get called out. She's going to come on here and she's going to have a sob story. She's going to say she doesn't understand why she's being persecuted, why people hate her for her beliefs. She's going to say she just doesn't understand because she was trying to do the good thing and be a good person by going to Charlie Kirk's memorial. It's going to be an appeal to fake moral superiority, which is what most MAGA have been doing after Charlie Kirk. And here's the thing, you can have whatever beliefs you want. People's problem is with deception. Believe what you believe, but if people are going to be supporting you, especially financially, they usually like to know if your values align.
Everybody that was attacking me for going to a memorial, really listen to that and think how insane that sounds.
That's Hannah Brown, a TikTok influencer who is best known for her restaurant customer service skits, who is now much better known for her sighting at the Charlie Kirk Memorial sitting front and center. Her comments are now off, but from the moment that video was shared, her fans immediately responded with mostly condemnation. They were all in her comments asking, what the heck, why were you there? Are you MAGA? Just absolutely disappointed. And for a few days, there was no response. And basically, as soon as that clip was shared, she started losing followers by the tens of thousands. When I looked on about Tuesday, she had 920,000. Now, if you look, she's got about 840,000. So this is a significant number of people who are very upset with her, myself included. But last night, just before midnight on September 23rd, New York time, she posted a video, finally, with the comments off, very smugly addressing the situation. If you don't want to give her the views, I'll give you a summary.
I was not at a MAGA rally. I went to a memorial for Charlie Kirk, a man who has a wife and children who will never get to see him again.
Personally, I do not believe this part for a second. I think she saw that she was hemorrhaging followers because people do not agree with her morally and decided to try to backtrack and gaslight everyone like we're the crazy ones for assuming that she was MAGA because she was at a MAGA event.
A man was murdered. Whether or not you agree with his political beliefs is so irrelevant.
And look, I can understand that reasoning. I know it's something a lot of people resonate with, but if you look any deeper, you can kind of see that in this situation, it doesn't really hold weight.
I did not go to the memorial to align myself with any political views or to make a political statement. I went to pay my respects to a human that died.
And the reason I don't buy that argument is that statistically speaking, 125 people a day will die of gun violence, the same gun violence that Charlie Kirk was pushing until literally his final moments. And I haven't seen Hannah at any of their funerals or posting about them at all. I'm sure they had families. I'll be charitable. Maybe she only cares about political assassinations, but that's still weird because when former Democratic Speaker of the Minnesota House, Melissa Hortman, was murdered alongside her husband and dog, Hannah was nowhere to be seen at that funeral. They have children who will never see them again, just like Charlie. This is not me saying you need to go to every funeral in the country in order to prove your point that violence is wrong, but it is a little suspect that she's only gone to one, but wants us to ignore who they were celebrating. I'll be honest, she lost me as a follower the minute I saw a picture of her at that event. We just do not align morally, but she also lost any remaining respect I had for her by posting that response video. She spends the whole time condescending to her audience, essentially asking, how dare you assume my political views based on my conduct? If you're conservative, that's your prerogative, but at least have the courage to stand by your opinions. She expects her audience to believe she's not lying to their faces so she can keep cashing those sweet creator fund checks.
If you want to follow me, completely fine. I would rather have 0 followers than have hundreds of thousands of people that would celebrate the death of a man who just wanted to speak. Jesus is king.
I'll be surprised if she's still singing that tune once the hate views stop pouring in a few months. But in the meantime, if you don't agree with what she's done and want to hit her where it hurts, don't watch her video. Don't comment if she turns her comments back on. Just block her. Don't give her any engagement. Hit her where it hurts because actions have consequences.
Oh, yes. Hannah Montana out there catching hell right now. She's so damn mad. She's steaming. You know, a tea kettle is ready by the amount of steam that screams out of the spout, right? Well, let's see. This is her.
This is the only time I'm ever going to address this. First of all, I'm not MAGA. I was not at a MAGA rally. I went to a memorial for Charlie Kirk, a man who was brutally assassinated in front of thousands of people, a man who has a wife and children who will never get to see them, and despite everything beliefs, a man who did not deserve to die. I don't think a lot of the beliefs. So I think that means he should be shot and killed. No, I can't agree with that. We should let him down. I'm so sorry. That's what I'm saying. I hope you don't
Well, that's her. Feel bad for you. Actually, I don't. Shout out to our family, Affectionate Earth in the building. Much love to you. Family, these folks are catching that ABK left and goddamn right. That's what is really happening here. You're seeing we're running people off the block. These folks are trying to cause issues that where there is no issues and they're getting caught up. This chick thought that she could sneak to a goddamn Klan rally, stand out there for over 12 hours to get in, burn herself alive to do so, and thought that nobody would address it. It is what it is. We got to hit one more person up, though. Y'all heard about this man, Ryan Walters, the superintendent who said that he wanted to put TPUSA chapters in all the high schools in his state. Let's go here, family.
Parent, I'm excited to announce today that every Oklahoma high school will have a Turning Point USA chapter. We have seen the outpouring from parents, teachers, and students that want to be engaged in the meaningful work going on at Turning Point. They want their young people to be engaged in a process that understands free speech, open engagement, dialogue about American greatness, a dialogue around American values. We're so excited to partner with Turning Point USA with this initiative. For far too long, we have seen radical leftists with the teachers union dominate classrooms and push woke indoctrination on our kids. They fight parents' rights, they push parents out of the classroom, and they lie to our kids about American history. What we're going to continue to do is make sure that our kids understand American greatness, engage in civic dialogue, and have that open discussion. Parent, I'm excited to announce today that every Oklahoma.
All right, that was that. Then he went on Fox News to brag about it. Let's go here.
This because it strikes me that understanding the impetus to want these chapters to spread all across the country, and let's put up the numbers because the outreach of young people who are requesting these chapters is enormous. 60,000 inquiries before Sunday, 120,000 post Sunday. But should it be established from the state government down into the schools, or should it be something that's driven by the request and the desire on the part of students from the bottom up, so to speak?
Yeah, no, good question. No, we do have the request from the bottom up. We've seen a record amount of students from every county in our state that want a chapter. We have teachers that want chapters and parents that want chapters. So we have folks in every school district say we want one. What we have seen are teachers unions, woke administrators trying to block them from happening. And that's what you can't do. This is an organization that's about free speech, creating free thinkers, patriotic Americans. This is exactly, I mean, Charlie Kirk's vision is tremendous for the country. I've never seen anything like it here in Oklahoma. The mobilization here, and frankly, it's obviously a much bigger national movement. And you see Charlie, his life taken so horrifically. President Trump almost had his life taken horrifically. These figures have stepped up on the national stage to continue this fight. We've all got to step in and make sure that we're winning this fight for the future of the country.
So this is not a mandate from the state education department, just so we're clear.
Yeah, look, we're going to have them in every school because we've already got requests from every school. So that makes it very easy.
You've received requests from students at every single school in Oklahoma. I just want.
Family, do you believe that this man received requests from students at every single school in Oklahoma? That's not even probable. That is not even probable. But like I said, the universe works with expeditious speed. Because you thought that you were going to be trying to antagonize us by doing this, and found out that your ass got put to the side because of it. Let's go here.
I'm excited to announce I'll be stepping down as Oklahoma State Superintendent and taking on the role as the CEO of the Teacher Freedom Alliance. We're going to destroy the teachers' unions. We have seen the teachers' unions use money and power to corrupt our schools, to undermine our schools. We are one of the biggest.
Hold on, we can't let that slip.
I'm excited to announce I'll be stepping down as Oklahoma State Superintendent and taking on the role as the CEO of the Teacher Freedom Alliance.
So you're stepping down from being the superintendent to become the CEO of an alliance that's geared towards taking down the teachers union? Well, why would you do that? Oh, maybe because the teachers wasn't in agreement all throughout Oklahoma about bringing an anti-black, racist, bigoted organization like Turning Point USA to their schools. And most likely, everybody made their voice heard on it. And the board most likely gave you two options. Either we can fire you or you're going to resign. Let's hear what else he has to say.
We're going to destroy the teachers' unions. We have seen the teachers' unions use money and power to corrupt our schools, to undermine our schools. We are one of the biggest grassroots organizations in the country. We will build an army of teachers to defeat the teachers' unions once and for all. So this fight's going national.
He's going to build an army of teachers. An army of teachers to go up against the teachers union, the union that's there to protect the teachers. Really, nigga? Better yet,
nigga, please.
I don't think you understand what you're saying. And if you believe what you're saying, you're in denial. But I'm told that the next stage after denial is anger, and then after anger is acceptance. You got to accept that L, in the words of our brother Cool Keezy. Y'all here taking non-stop L's. And this man actually took a huge L, and I'm going to show you why. Let's let him finish real quick.
and we will get our schools back on track. We will not allow any further union control. I'm excited to announce.
All right. Now, let me show you how he took his L. Uh-oh. Pretty graphic. Oklahoma lawmaker confirms Ryan Walters sent him pornographic images. That's out there. That's pretty Nabisco of you. You can't blame that on black degeneracy, can ya? Yeah. It looked like he was given those walking papers. And enjoy your time off trying to galvanize teachers to go against their own interest. Hey, maybe you'll be successful. Maybe you won't. But the one thing you will have to do is accept each and every L that was placed in front of you. Because there's nothing else you can do. Family, all this antagonistic nonsense that these people are going around trying to do, going to these Klan rallies and all this other stuff, all of it's coming back to bite them in the ass. ABK in its purest form. And you know what else? When you really try to hone down on what these people like about Charlie Kirk, Chucky Kirk, they can't name you anything. When you ask them about their favorite quotes, what they agree with, they really can't name you nothing. So with that being said, is it even worth having a conversation with these people? Salute to our sister Crystal Watson in the building. Much love to you. Let's go here. We got a couple more things before we close up out of here, family. Let's go here.
You're a big Charlie Kirk fan?
Yeah, like probably over half the population is.
Okay. What's your favorite Charlie Kirk quote?
I don't know. There's a lot. He says a lot.
Give me one.
So I've listened to several of his videos.
Give me one.
And he's very knowledgeable in every subject. So
can you give me one Charlie Kirk quote, please?
What?
Can you give me one Charlie Kirk quote, please?
Are you thinking that no one has seen his videos? Is that what you're thinking? You think I've never watched one? Is that?
Can you give me your favorite Charlie Kirk quote, please?
No, I'm not going to. I don't have a favorite.
Can you give me one quote?
I said I'm not going to. I don't. Can you listen to me?
No, just give me a quote. It doesn't have to be your favorite. Give me a quote that you thought was profound. Give me a quote that you thought was profound.
Nothing. As our brother Jesse said, he can't do it. Because you would either have to expose that you yourself are a racist bigot like Charlie Kirk, or you expose that there was no other talking points that you agreed with outside of the racist tropes that Charlie Kirk spewed in hatred. Yeah. Salute to Uncensored Truth. He was unapologetically racist / hateful. Absolutely. Absolutely. But before we get up out of here, family, I want to show you one more L they got to hold to. Because all these folks that think that they could take that energy of Chucky Kirk and bring it towards us, oh, they found out, just like they found out at TSU. Oh, it's not just on college campuses. You're finding out in the streets that we ain't playing this game with you. Let's go here.
He should have stayed in the car.
He said he should have stayed in the car. And y'all didn't see at the end where the young brother here gave this brother here a German suplex onto his noggin. I'm going to play that again.
He should have stayed in the car.
Shout out to that brother. You should have stayed in the car. You thought you was going to get out, road raging, and this brother got out moving them knees and them legs and them feet. I'm just telling you, that was hilarious just the way he ran up on him. Hold on. That is an LA dude if I ain't never seen one. I ain't gonna lie. He might not be, but that's some shit I see in LA all the time. Niggas jumping out on the freeway, squaring up on them and stuff. Anyway, I digress. None of the stuff that they think is going to happen happens. None of the reactions that they think they're going to get, they don't get. They get ass whoopings and led off the damn property. You Nabiscos are going to learn to leave us the hell alone. One way or another. Don't get it confused. Salute to FBA Convo. Thank you for being here, as well as Crack Netter. Thank you for being here, family. As well as Aletha. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. Knocked off his hat. Yeah. Hey. Should have stayed in the car. He should have stayed in the car. And as a matter of fact, to each of these Charlie Kirkers who are out here trying to antagonize us, even though we had nothing to do with it, I got one thing to say to you.
Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because the fact of the matter is this, you guys want to try to project your hate onto us. You want to project what you guys are doing in your neighborhoods and things like that to us. And what you're really getting, you're getting that ABK. In some forms, it's not even by our hands. In other forms, it's by our hands. So, Nabiscos, deal with your problem. Deal with your Nabisco on Nabisco crime issue. Deal with your Nabisco barbarism issue. Because if you keep trying to come over here on this side, when your real issue is people who look like you, you're doing yourself a disservice. Shout out to the boss. Thank you for being here. And our sister C. Terry in the building. Much love to you. Let me read this before we get up out of here, family. In those 31 days, white men, check, killed Charlie Kirk, killed 2 ICE detainees, killed 3 police officers, killed a man at a wedding, threatened mass shooting at HBCU, raped babies at church, stabbed a sleeping mother, threatened mass shootings at University of Louisville, killed a mother and her 13-year-old daughter, stabbed a mother to death, killed the police captain. Father raped his 6-month-old baby. You got a lot more issues to deal with rather than concerning yourself with the Black community. And you keep on coming over to us, trying to blame us for a bunch of nonsense that got nothing to do with us when your problem is inside the house. The call is coming from inside of your house. Y'all better pick up that phone before it gets too late. Exactly, my sister. Great question. Where is the outrage in the YT community? Because it's selective. In a very same way that coon and buffooning Sambo buck broken bastard try to say ours is selective. No. We don't get away with stuff like this. We don't get the opportunity to take any eyes off of us and put it on anyone else, especially when it's in their own damn community. The only people that gets that opportunity is the Nabisco. But you're going to keep on shitting in the same damn corner until that shit turns toxic and kill everybody in the house. But hey, if that's what you want, by all means, do what you do. With that being said, family, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click that link in the description, go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. Much love to our sister C. Terry. Thank you for your super sticker. I appreciate your contribution, and your donation is blessed tenfold, as always, my sister. And shout out to our sister Astarte Jones in the building. Much love to you, and thank you for being here. I'd like to take the time to thank everybody who's donated, whether by Cash App, Super Chat, Super Sticker, whatever. Much love to each and every one of you, and I appreciate all of your contributions. I'd like to thank everyone, including my mods, my members, and everybody who's not in the chat, who's most likely catch this on the playback, whatever. Much love to each and every one of you. Family, I hope you got your popcorn, because like I said, it's been interesting to say the least. I can't lie about that. I will not lie and say I have not been entertained. What's that movie? Are you entertained? I'm like, yes, I am. Especially watching these folks. Oh, yeah, and getting that ABK is super sweet. Oh, it's sweeter than the best lemonade. And I'm like, man, I need some of that additive to put in my drinks. Enjoy this, family. Because you know they ain't. They got to hold all these L's. Shout out to my brother once again, Black Truth United. If y'all have not done so yet, please go and subscribe to our good brother. Make sure you check out the B1 Rolodex. And make sure you check out his last 2 videos, because they were both excellent videos. Especially about the Chucky Kirk thigh tattoo. My God, family, I was going to include that in this. I don't know why I didn't, but go check out Black Truth's video on the Chucky Kirk thigh tattoo. It's out there. It is outrageous. It's outlandish. That right there had me floored. I low key feel sorry for these people at this point in time. I kind of feel like y'all just don't understand that you're really in a cult. You are cult 100. Oh, family, before we get up out of here, much love to each and every one of you. I'm going to play this before we go.
Introducing the B1 Rolodex, the easiest way to search for and support FBA and B1 businesses. Hundreds of entries from the Black grassroots for the Black grassroots. Free to use, free to download, constantly updated. Trouble navigating the document? Try using the map version. Notice a business missing? Use this simple Google form to submit an FBA or B1 business. Also submit anti-Black businesses, which are now being collected in that last tab. Find resources, contact numbers, and much more using the second tab. All the info you need to start practicing group economics today. Go to blacktruthunited.com. That's blacktruthunited.com.
Family, I'm telling you right now, what Keezy is saying is 100% true. It is hilarious. So make sure to go check out our brother Black Truth United's video on Chucky Kirk's thigh meat tattoo. The Chucky Kirk thigh meat tattoo. Godly, man. It's been a great one, family. This has been a certified great one, and I gotta give my love to you guys. Much love to each and every one of you. For those who are going over to our brother Black Truth, Black Alpha's stream, I will see you over there. Everybody have a beautiful rest of your day. And with that being said, family, the doors of the church are now closed. Peace, family.
My grandfather built this country, man. He fought wars for it. And most places he went wouldn't let him sit down and get a cup of coffee. I can't even catch a cab in New York. You know, it doesn't matter how many degrees I get. All you people see is color. Your grandfather was an immigrant. You're American. My grandfather was born here, Duke. And you people still look at me as just another nigga.
I know that the government, whatever can't stand us black people, he doing everything in the world to make black man be extinct. But I'm going to tell you one thing, us black people going to survive. So fuck everybody. I'm off.